Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to some more and new Diablo 2. This was a poll I put out, you guys voted for, so like I always say, keep an eye on the community page. You can find out some cool stuff and you get some cool insights into my horrible personality. But, nah. In all reality, I'm about to enter the crunch phase for the Begotten analysis. I'll probably put out a video like I usually do explaining things. And I pulled this, and you guys chose a long-form version of Diablo 2 that I've never done before on camera. I'm going to be calling it Phat Drop Fridays, and it's going to be PDF because I'm so damn creative. I know. So, it's not going to be posted on Fridays, by the way. It's going to be posted pretty much whenever I feel like I should post it. This is going to be a sort of live streamish environment. Like I always say, I can't really do live streaming just time-wise. It's too hard. So, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So, this is obviously after we finished Mr. Goodbar. This is endgame farming. This is not structured questing or anything like that. This is just straight up, let's watch Seth gamble and ramble. So, oh boy, oh boy. So, the idea for this series is just to help me keep some stuff going while I enter the crunch mode, because it's not going to be as long of a crunch as my SH2 videos. That was a huge project, first time doing it. I've got an experience under my belt, look at my inventory, we got night smoke under my belt. I got the experience. I know what I'm doing. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. We're not going to start a new character, but I will jump around to different characters every now and then. So, you never know what you're going to get, unless you've scrubbed through the video and seen what character we're playing as. I decided to go with this first episode as Twix. She's our sorceress I made 2 years ago. I might as well run down what we'll do. I don't know how long each video session's gonna be. Probably like an hour or two sessions probably at a time. Just, like I said, it's just to keep stuff going so you guys also can see how does Seth play late game Diablo, and also for me to get opportunities to make our next character for next year, which I'm already pretty much set on making. So we will be using different characters, not necessarily in the same video, not necessarily 2 videos in a row. I'll try to make it not the same character every single video because it would be boring. Like I said, this is a very live streamy style idea. So I'm pretty excited. I'll probably post these infrequently, not really sure how long. Because like I said, it's going to be tough to find time in between, editing the new stuff coming out. I kind of decided on a thing. I probably talked about it in the video that I released before this came out. So I'll also be doing Minecraft later as well. So spumblers, right? So anyways, the idea here, and this is my big brain idea. So what I really want to do is farm up so I can do Ubers. Now, I've done Uber Diablo before. It's really not that hard with the good character. I really want to make Mr. Goodbar our Uber clear because he is probably the most qualified. I could probably do it with my Paladin, but we're really going to try and make Mr. Goodbar our, our good man. And obviously collect as many uniques as I can get on the way. I'm really looking out for high runes. I'll show you guys our inventory here. I don't know what's really in here. It's been a while. So, yeah, there's those chance guards I've lost ages ago. They're dead. They were Eth. That's why I say Eth gear sucks. Terror Hunch. I don't know why I have these over here. I really don't. But, yeah, you can see we got Skulder's Ire, Gold Wrap. This is the Magic Fine gear. We've also got Dust Shroud right here because, well, shit, dude. If we're going to put something into it, it's going to be this. This is going to be used for Enigma. And, of course, I've got a flail. I don't remember what I had this for. I think this is for Kata, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember what rune Kata needs, so if I get it in this session, I'm going to feel really stupid. So you can see we have a ton of Twisted Sufferings. It's really easy. Some keys here. So obviously we want to get these to get the Uber areas unlocked. I want to do that sometime this year, hopefully. What else? This is all just crap I haven't sorted because I'm lazy. So don't do that. But this is going to add to that pile. So this is our sorceress. She's a blizzballer. You guys probably already know what's going on. I don't think I'm going to need to level anything up, honestly. I love how we have 11 plus skill. That is fucking insane. Oh, I love this character. It's so much fun, too. So, where should we start? I'm going to say we start off... Well, we can't kill sorceress. Or not sorceress. We can't really kill... what's her name? So I guess that's kind of off the table. I mean, I can try to do Countess, but it's such a giant pain in the ass. So I guess we'll start with Andariel. And now you're probably like, oh, is this going to be really boring? Have you watched my Diablo 2 videos? You know how I play this game. I'm not some sort of scrub. I know what's going on. This is also just a de-stress kind of thing to talk about my day and what's going on. So this is how we melt Andariel, by the way. I don't even think I've looked at my resistances or anything, but yeah, she died pretty quick. So, we'll take... I think I already have that. I don't know what's going on with my inventory. I should have looked at that before I did this. Such an unprofessional scrub. Ugh. Ugh. But yeah, since I don't do, like, live streaming because... Ooh, that's a really half-decent poison amulet. I might use that for something later on. We'll see. I say that to everything, and I never do it. So, but no, I have an idea for my next character I'm going to make next year. So don't worry about it. Don't be like, oh no, Zeth doesn't know what character he's going to play next year. Oh, I already know. I'm not letting anyone vote on it either. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought that was going to be. So this is just our straight-up, you know, regular sorceress. This is not like... what would I call it? Like, this is just not like a crazy high, like, this is our just crazy high damage. Like, you can see how much damage we can do. Our DPS is ridiculous. This is just with my actual gear, not with Magic Find. I can do some pretty brutal shit. So I can't do either Shank or Pendle. I can do Pendle. Let's actually go do that. So I want to do some areas, really. I don't really care about, you know, trying to get, like, I'm just getting back into playing this character right now because it's been a few weeks. Sorry, it's about a month since I've played. So we have a lot of stuff I got to get used to again. I've been playing a lot of RuneScape lately, so I'm trying to get back into both that and Diablo at the same time. So it's like, I don't know what to do. But, yeah, we'll just do some area clears first, and then we'll do some other stuff, too. So, do I even know where Duriel is? No, I don't. Fucking hell. I'll try and get some keys while I'm here, too, because I need those, keys to get, like, my barbarian, Mr. Goodbar. We gotta get him keys, because you can probably comfortably clear, like Ubers with like really high-end gear for a sorceress, I'm pretty sure, but this is not one. This is a... I kind of cheese this. This is our twinked sorceress as well, so I have to... I did re-roll my maps, by the way. That's why I feel like, oh, why the hell is Seth going to all these areas? It shows I actually know what I'm doing, I guess. But yeah, I really should like get keys on this character. You know, I should... Nah, it's probably not worth my time. So, the familiar, I think, is using obedience, right? Yeah, obedience. Okay, I thought so. So I can't break immunities just yet. That's another goal. I was like, oh, fucking hell. Don't tell me that's already a dead end. Yay, there's a dead end, though. Oh, boy. I think this is an 85 area as well. But I'm not really sure. So... Oh, that's 2 down. But this is initially just finding the areas. Once I get into it, we'll just start the groove. So if you want to just zone out, turn me on while you do the dishes. Don't take that out of context. You can do that, I ain't gonna stop you. Actually, we can probably find the symbol while we're here, I'm pretty sure. God damn it, why is it always this? This is exactly how it always goes. I can never just do Arcane Sanctuary on camera. I think what was it, one time, like in the entirety of my entire D2 YouTubing career, ever actually gotten, like, fucking first try, no effort, no struggle, and I think it was with Mr. Goodbar, right? Because I swear to God I can't do it, it's just not gonna happen. But yeah, if you want to just turn it on, relax, I don't know, I'm not gonna put on like lo-fi beats, because I'm a musician, I can just make the music. It's tempting, but I don't know, we'll see. Oh, fucking shitter, he just dropped that. Tell me what it is. Doesn't it? No, I don't think it does. Well, I can kill Duriel, so I guess we'll find Duriel where he's at then. And you're probably like, I thought you said you hate fighting Duriel. I totally do, dude. It's fucking terrible. You're probably like, why are you in Act 2? I thought you said you hated Act 2. I do. I hate everything about it. It's nothing but yuck. And I'm only here for you guys. In all reality, it's true. I do need to get, find out where Duriel's at so we can actually get a consistent pattern going, because Duriel does drop keys. I could try doing a few other areas I'm familiar with. I'll fucking kill you too. I'll fucking kill you. #1 in sports. Oh God, I love that video. I watched that one that's like angry 12-year-old from like 2010 or whatever, where he's like, I'm good at sports, I'll fucking kill you. Like, shit's so good. Anyways, yeah, we're just gonna beat on some, oh fuck, I don't know what I clicked on. I haven't played D2 in a while. But yeah, we'll get these areas, because I know I rerolled the maps for some reason. I don't remember why. I'm not really worried about XP. I've died enough times with this character that XP is not a big deal. This character is pretty much done. We're like level 85. That's pretty damn high for a sorceress. Considering you can beat the game with very low level gear and garbage. Oh hell, this is a dead end, isn't it? Yep, this is a dead end. Oh boy. Fucking hell. But we need to find the... do I have... Oh, I have a gem, don't I? Pretty sure I have a gem in here? Yeah, there we go. Thought I had something.
How may I help you?
Well, actually, no. Let's be smart. Let's do something that I should do, because it's a smart idea. But yeah, I really want to get the keys at least unlocked, because... Shit, dude, I don't have any keys on any character, really. So let's see how fast I shred with this. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. Like I said, I've been playing RuneScape, so I gotta get back into this. I'll still play RuneScape in the... I'm always playing RuneScape in the background, but... Oh man, shit is so slow. Siege crossbow. That's not good. That's not what I want. Not even close. A bassinet? That's racist. I don't need that. So, yeah, we need essences. I might as well, just to get them out of the way. If you don't know what essences do, they are respecs. And you're probably like, but what? A pus spitter. Oh, yum. Oh, that's just... That's not terrible for a bow, but it's poison, so it's kind of ass. It would be good for, like, Nightmare, but it would be really... Well, actually, normal. Normal and Nightmare, that'd be pretty good. But, no, I don't need health. I need... My God! You can see the RuneScape is showing right now. But, no, we've got... I cannot kill Diablo, by the way. I cannot do it. It's way too rough. But I'll clear this area out, because River of Flame is a super good place to just find items. If you can't do Chaos Sanctuary, this will do in a pinch, if you have the right build going on. Because most of the enemies here are pretty easy for a sorceress to take care of. But yeah, I guess I'll talk about what's going on. So yeah, I'm doing... All my notes are almost done for my Begotten review. I'm pretty excited to get started on this next project, really. It's just a really fun... You know, that's the thing, I do YouTube, obviously, but I also really love analysis a lot. I just... It's something that I really enjoy doing, and I don't think I have a problem with doing it either, because it doesn't feel like, ah, shit, I gotta do that. It's, ooh, a charm, yay, there's a thing we get. I have a lot of gold on me, too. I just realized if I die, I'm gonna be really upset. Because you guys never get to see me do it, but I get to gamble on camera. In front of the internet! So... Yeah, I can't do Diablo, by the way. Not on this. We can do it with Mr. Goodbar, we can do it with my Paladin, Butterfinger. He just fucking... Oh, why did I do that? He just absolutely rips ass through this place. I should really be recasting my buffs. I'm getting so used to this. And I'm gonna go back to playing RuneScape and be like, fucking everything's too slow! I swear to God, that's exactly what happens every time, too. But yeah, I'm really excited to get working on the analysis. I don't want to spoil anything, because I'd rather it come out than talk about it, you know? But my creative process I can explain a little bit. Like, so... I always like to talk about this, because I'm playing Diablo 2. And it's like just background noise, and I enjoy it. It's fun background noise. It's really that kind of game for me. I was playing Minecraft before this, too. Just getting some shit done. Not on camera Minecraft. I mean, like, my time Minecraft. Mine time Minecraft sounds like a fucking mixed beverage. But yeah, we pretty much have most of the notes done. You guys are probably like, Seth, it's only an hour-long film. And, I mean, have you seen how much I talked about, Silent Hill 2? And how much I could potentially keep talking about Silent Hill 2? So the thing with that film, though, I can explain a little bit of what I'm doing. I'll explain the creative process, but I won't spoil anything. So the part of my creative process I go into when I look at a film, any film in general, if I'm watching it or just looking into it, and then or just, you know, looking at other things. Like, I watch a lot of Rob Agar because I love it. This is probably where Blacksmith Boy is at. So what I do is I'll watch a movie, and I'll go, oh, okay. And usually, if I don't have an illicit reaction to it, that's not a good sign. That means I wasn't engaged. Engage. And I tend to like stuff that resonates with me in some weird way. Like, if I don't feel anything watching it, I just don't care, right? So, with Begotten, I can at least explain some of it. A phase blade! Yeah, there we go, that's what we wanted. So... I don't really like the movie. I've already said that in the past. I enjoy the artistic style, but I don't actually really care for the movie all that much. So I watched it, and I was like, maybe. And I sort of just, you know, began to, like, enjoy it the more I... Oh, my God. This is why I usually don't do Hephasto, because he's pretty fucking beefy. Let's go get our boy back. That's really fucking nasty. And we'll take this. Tyrael, take my money. I don't know how broke I am, by the way. Okay, I'm pretty broke. Shit. Okay. But, I look at a film, and I think... Or a game. We'll just say film for the sake of it. I look at it and I go, okay, this movie either sucks or it's really good. Usually, my gut reaction says this movie sucks, because I don't like film that much. But I'll say, okay, that was cool, now let's break it down. Or... I can tell if a film is good because it's engaging that part of me that was an art student, where I go, hang on a minute, this has got something deeper, doesn't it? And, ooh, Grand Charm. Yes, that was probably not worth like 50 grand to kill my man, but oh well. I just sort of say, okay, there's something clever going on here. These guys, these boys know what's going on. I sound like Obama too when I do it. And if I like it enough, I'll look into it. If it interests me personally, I might be more interested and have a little bit more bias. Which, with this film, yeah, I don't have a bias because I'd never watched it till this year, or last year actually at this point. I watched it while I was on vacation, I think. I don't remember. No, I wasn't on vacation. Yeah, I was. I You know, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Either way. So, I was like, oh, wow, cool. I like this. The art style is cool. And so I'm watching scene by scene for my notes. And you're probably like, that doesn't sound so hard. The problem is I'm trying to make my thesis statement work with my overall opinions of the film, which I think still is pretty good. Like, I think it's an okay film. I don't think it's great, but I think it's okay. So I'm watching every single scene, and I have some note paper next to me. I don't use my PC for this because why? I can just do that, you know? And so, because it's easier for me to go back and look down rather than just Alt-Tab over and over as well. So I take all my notes by hand. I didn't do it for Silent Hill 2, which was a huge mistake, but that's a little bit different. So, when I was like looking through the film, I'm looking for things like, oh, does this have potential meaning? Does this go in line with my thesis statement? Does this do this? Does this do that? And if I get confused on something and I look it up, like, there was a biblical passage, I was like, that's gotta be a biblical reference. And I looked it up and I was like, yeah, I'm so smart. And I put that in my notes. So I have everything I'm talking about. I guess I could explain how I did SH2, because I've already reviewed that, like, in super high fucking fidelity, right? So what I did was, for that game, what I did was I looked at every single scene in the film, or sorry, the cutscenes, whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. So, like, let's take my James character analysis, for example, right? So, everything, when I was looking at James, I was looking at the whole story, and then I was also looking at scenes that exclusively focused on him. And so that one was a little bit harder because I had, you know, the whole game to look at. And then a character like Maria, I had a lot easier time because I just look at scenes that had Maria in it, and I had the whole game broken up into segments, and like on my hard drive, like recorded from the not an LP, but like the you know, footage playthrough stuff you see in the video. And I would be like, okay, this, I know Maria's in this scene, and I'd look through all the scenes in the game that involve her, and then draw notes from those. And then I'd start like forming my analysis. It was a lot easier for that game because I've already studied that game for years. So I didn't have to take notes. You know, I already knew what was going on. There was a few times I glanced at the wiki to double check myself, and I didn't really have to second guess very often. And I'm lucky that even when I second guessed, I knew what I was talking about. But for the most part, I didn't have to do a whole lot of crazy shit to like research it. For Begotten, I have like a little bit of research I've done into it. I'm not going to spoil it, like I said, because it is interesting. I think the actual premise that I went into it was pretty cool. Like I said, this has got to have some deeper shit into it, because this is, yeah, it was made in the 90s, actually it was 89. This isn't spoiling too much, but it's a movie made in 89, and I'm like, this is avant-garde art, so it's got to be something deeper behind it. And I was correct, but the best part to me was being validated, I guess. Like, oh yeah, totally, it is that. And I knew it, like, it... You could argue, by the way, Seth, why aren't you playing on Players 8? Because I don't feel like it right this very second. We're not doing this exclusively. So I was like, oh, cool. Like, it's gotta be, you know... Oh shit, I should probably offload my shit. Ah, it'll be fine, it's lower Kuros, I'm not gonna get anything big. Maybe. I say this now. But I was like, oh, you know, I was right, and that was what made me happy. Because in my mind, I kept looking at it and going, this has to be this. And I found what I'm looking for in it, and I was like, yes, I was right, correct, Seth is so smart, Seth's got such a big penis. And that's true. And I was like, cool. And I was correct. So, like, that was a really good moment in the research process. But for the film, I'm looking at every single scene. I mean, like, it's not a very long movie when you really break it down, but there's a lot of stuff going on in shots and shot composition. I always say games are a lot harder to review and analyze than a film, because film you only, I said it in my SH2 review as well, you know, film you have an hour and a half usually to show people what you're talking about, and you just sit there and you say, oh, cool, and you look at it, and that's what you get. With a game, you can just ignore shit, you can walk around things, you can not experience everything everyone else has. You know, there's a lot of stuff involved there that requires either engagement or a second playthrough. A film, you can say, yeah, you can watch it and notice different things, that's true, but that's, like, you don't just skip a scene, suddenly it's different, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many little things in a movie that you don't have to worry as much about how it's structured, because it all depends on the director. Like, the director is in charge of, like, that and shot compositions and stuff. Well, you know what I mean, it's a lot of people doing a lot of things. Holy shit! 100 poison damage, that is a fucking awesome find, wow. That is a really good find. I don't care about what is the other fucking faster run walk. Wow, that's bullshit. That's fucking awesome, dude. Wow. Because you can totally just be like, oh, look at that. It's fucking John St. John is in this game. Did you know that? Like, you didn't look in the stony field and you found John St. John? You didn't? Well, fuck, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I made that up, obviously, but the point is, no, I don't want to be here. I want to be in Outer Cloister. Fuck. Oh my god, how did I fuck that up so hard? But yeah, like, with a film, it's a lot easier to break down. But I'm also breaking down a lot of other shit in the film itself. Like themes and all the things that tie into it. So it's still going to be as in-depth as my Silent Hill videos. It's going to be broken up into parts. I've already kind of decided this, you know. But there's a lot of shit I have to say, and I think it's an important film to discuss in regards, because it's divisive, I guess, because you can be like, oh, on one hand you have this really gory, sexually violent, weird film, and that makes you think, oh, it's probably just edgy art. It is, but there's more to it, and I think you can just sit there and go, oh, it's fucking gross, and then that's all you say, and that doesn't mean anything, because that's kind of what I've noticed online, is people don't really you know, I had way better luck just using not YouTube. I used Google. I used a whole different thing to search for things for once, and you know, that was actually a really great idea. There's a fucking helicopter going over you, fucking helicopter cunt parent. But you know, I found a lot of resources that I would not normally find on YouTube, and I think that's important too, is if you're gonna go into, like, you know, this is also, you might be like, why does Seth seem to know so much about, because I fucking taught creative writing and I corrected, like, college grade papers, like, in high school. I was a TA for, like, 3 different, like, teachers during the last chunk of my senior year. So I know a lot about creative writing, I know a lot about, so I was a smart kid because you ever, like, how smart was Seth in high school? So I already knew that we had to have a senior project, right? Like, everyone had to do this really unimportant project to say how smart you are and validate your entire education, which is kind of horseshit in my opinion. But yeah, they had us do this, like, project. I'm sure other schools do this, but I think it's a flawed system, honestly. It works, I guess, but anyways, you had to, like, come up with, like, a thesis statement, basically, of, like, a paper that was, like, had to be, like, 13, I think it was, like, 12 to 15 pages long, and then it defended this. This also had to tie into your education somehow, like your own personal goals and your college dream and whatever, and don't have kids, you know? So, it was a really weird thing for a lot of other kids, because they suddenly had responsibility in school, and that makes you go, what the fuck? And for me personally, I was, like, smart. This is big brain time right here, right? So what I did, and you're not going to believe this, but if you know me in real life, you're like, oh yeah, I could see it. But if you also have watched me long enough on YouTube, you might be like, that's not even shocking. What I did was I took the advantage of, you know, I didn't have a whole lot to do in my free time as a teenager, except play Diablo 2 and Minecraft. So I actually was smart, and I wrote up my entire thesis statement, because I already, like, I had a lot of upperclassmen friends. Like, one of my best friends was an upperclassman, so I already knew what I was doing. And so I was, like, familiar, because when you were a junior in my school I went to, you had to do the same thing. It was, like, diet that. You only had to do a paper. You didn't have to do a full-on project that coincided with your paper and your thesis statements and shit. So what I did was I taught creative writing for I think half a semester. Oh no, it was like a semester or something. I can't remember. You think I would, but you'll see why I didn't care after a while. But like, the point is I was smart, and during the summer before my senior year, I actually had all of it planned out because I knew exactly what I was going to do. So I had the lesson plan already figured out. I had like everything except the internship done. Like, you had to actually talk to people in the community. You had to go out and like fucking interact with other human beings. I know it's fucking weird. And so I had an idea who my intern was going to be, because I kind of like cheesed the system a bit. So when I was a junior, I had a creative writing class, and that was the only thing in our school that had it, I'm pretty sure. Was we had 4 separate schools, and then it became 3, but I was lucky enough to take creative writing when I was a junior, and I knew the teacher pretty well, because she probably thought I was gonna... Actually, she did genuinely think I was a, like, genuinely damaged kid. So... Anyways, so she was my intern, and I talked to another teacher about doing that too. So I totally had like the home field advantage, and since it was a creative writing process, like creative writing structuring is pretty easy because a lot of the concepts do build on each other, and it makes it really easy to teach. I could probably do it just by like talking right now if I really tried. But I already knew that I needed to have something that, like, it proved. So I was like, okay, I have like 3 months to figure this out before I go back to school, and I was smart. And I just did it all at like once. So, you know, this is what I mean. Like, when I say I'm really good at analysis, I'm usually not just trying to humble brag. I'm like genuinely serious. I was actually going to be a teacher. So, yeah, that's right. Uncle Sethy's gonna learn you some fucking math. Actually, he's gonna be an English as second language teacher. But I don't feel like speaking Spanish. I was gonna say, because I can speak Spanish, so just sit the fuck down or something like that. I'm like, I don't feel like saying it. But yeah, I was gonna go to Mexico and be an ESL teacher at one point in time, because school tells you to do shit. You're like, okay, cool. The school knows what's up. They're teachers. They're never wrong. They don't know what's wrong and right. So, I was very lucky to be pretty smart at that point in time. I was like, oh yeah, you know, fucking, this is easy. And it was, but I also was done super fucking early with my project. Like, I was done maybe a quarter of the way into the year. People were like fucking having like ulcers and stressing out and fucking having existential crises because they were like, I don't know what to fucking do because I've never been given responsibility and creative control. So like, it was really funny. I mean, that's horrible to me, but I'm like, fuck it, you guys are just lazy. That's your problem. I'm a professional lazy person. That's the only way to describe it. So it wasn't hard for me at all. I totally just fucking was like, yeah, man, fucking, you think that shit's hard? Whatever. And so I basically just helped all the teachers that were, because there was only a handful of teachers in our school that actually were like English teachers, and I think there was only like 3. And so I'm not trying to like brag here either, but I genuinely was a pretty fucking good student in school. This isn't like space. Oh, what the fuck is this? But yeah, my junior paper for that same sort of semi-project they made you do, I got that used as an example the next year for how to write them, and then I helped that same teacher because they would get fucking swamped, dude. There was like way too many students and not enough teachers, and they were absolutely just obliterated. I don't think I can do Travancore. I'm not going to attempt that right this second. It's a fucking bad idea. But I don't think I can do it, but I'll give it a try. I'm going to see if I can kill Pendleskin. I haven't done it in a long time. I don't think I've done it with this character very often. Where is it? Halls of Pain. There we go. Tyler Perry's Halls of Pain. So, yeah, there was so little teachers, and it sucked. You know, when you're in school, it's a lot easier because you don't really think of teachers as human beings, but they get fucking overwhelmed, especially during crunch periods. And so I helped out like 2 of the other teachers or whatever. I think it was 3. I know 2 for sure. And I was helping people with their speeches, because, yeah, on top of this, you had to do a speech as well. It had to be like 10 minutes long or whatever like that. And so here's me, fucking Advantage McGee. I already had like fucking college credits in drama, so it was really not hard for me to do public speaking, but I know that's tough for a lot of, like, especially kids. Like, when you're a kid, you're like, fucking talking to the grown-ups, they're gonna tell me I'm stupid. And they usually do, but they don't say it under, they just talk about it behind your back. So I was like, this is not hard. And like, basically, I think that's bad, but it's probably good because I didn't feel challenged enough in school because I was so apathetic, I didn't care. But no, I did take AP classes and shit when I was bored. I like how I say that when I was bored, but it's true, like, I've never found, like, that shit very hard. Okay, we know where Neelathak's at. Okay, good. That's all I wanted to do. Shit, let's do some lower Kuros for a little bit before I lose my mind. Actually, no, let's kill Bale. I'll kill Bale. Bale's fun. He's a fun guy, and we'll keep talking about this. So, like, for me, yeah, I had, like, a lot of skill already going into, like, my senior year with that sort of stuff, and it translated as an adult. Like, you're probably like, oh, what do you mean? How does knowing how to be a fucking smart guy, how does that help you in life? Well, when people have you do, like, double check their fucking emails or their fucking medical reports that they need to send off for, like, analysis and shit, or, like, you know, I helped my friend's dad, like, write a, like, help him with a lawsuit thing he was part of because they fucked him over or whatever, and I did, like, that shit. So it's nice to have someone that knows what they're doing. You know, that's one of the most important things in this whole world, is that there's people that are simultaneously better than you, but also worse than like other people at other things. It's called People Are Different, and it makes life really fun. So, oh my god, I don't want to be in here. I really don't. I haven't killed Bale a lot on this character, by the way, if you're curious, so this is going to be really interesting. 92 Gs. That's probably not very much. So, oh, hell. This is just bad. Oh, god. Oh no. This is yucky. Let's get our familiar for this, because this is just genuinely bad. I don't think I can solo that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to do, because I didn't have the same struggle as everybody else did. I kind of felt bad, because there was kids that were, like, genuinely freaked the fuck out. Like, they were, like, tearing their hair out, fucking... Like, because some of them had, like, kids, you know, they're like, oh, I have to, like, fucking work and do this, and I can't fucking care about what the community thinks. So I was there to help, like, morally, I guess, but also to help kids, like, get their shit done. You know, it's important, because, I don't know, would you rather have someone that's, like, fucking stupid and you don't know what you're doing, or would you rather have someone like, nah, dude, just try that again. Like, someone friendly, and not, like, well, I guess I'm friendly, but someone that's not a cold asshole. Okay, I am too, but, like, you know what I mean. Someone that has got their shit together and knows what they're talking about when it comes to creativity and stuff. So, I'd rather have me as a tutor, because I'm fucking super egotistical, right? So, for me personally, it was a lot of fun to help people broaden that stuff. And I took a lot of, like, classes like drama, I took art classes, I don't think I ever took a graphic design class, but I took a lot of classes that were, like, IT related. Like, we took apart computers, learned how they work, stuff like that, how software works. You know what I mean? Like, it was a really fun class, and I learned a lot from it. But when I was in middle school, I'm pretty sure, I had a really fucking solid, like, set of teachers for middle school. I really did. They were some of the best teachers I've ever had. And they had us, they were like electives, you know what I mean? They were called like a wheel. I think they called them wheel courses. And So everyone cycled through them. So like, you know, one kid would go through like health, one kid would go like one semester, then the next, or sorry, quarter, whatever they did. I don't remember how we structured it. And so then like one would do art, one would do film study, but not everyone got to do that. Some got like shops, some got like what the hell's the other ones? Like we had a lot of like pretty cool electives. So, you know what I mean? Like it was a really cool like class, but I had this really lucky advantage. I had a class called you're gonna laugh at this, but this is public education. Native American history through film. You see, Bale thinks it's funny. He's fucking laughing his ass off. He thinks it's great. And so we basically just watched like fucking like Smoke Signals and like Dances with Wolves and all these other like, you know, considered classic films. But it wasn't just sit there and watch Kevin Costner's ass. It was like you actually had to sit there and take notes, and like that's how I learned how to do film analysis, and a lot of my current day analysis skills was that class, because they were like adamant that if you were going to be in a class like this, you had to fucking take it seriously. You couldn't just look at Kevin Costner's ass. The reason I always say that is because we had this permission slip to watch Dances with Wolves because there's a scene with Kevin Costner's ass, and our teacher was like really nice, and he like put on the thing like permission slip. There's some swearing and slight glimpses of Kevin Costner's behind, like on the paper. I will never forget this either. When we were in fucking 7th grade, we had this program called Stars, and no, it wasn't about Resident Evil. And they basically made us like sit there and fucking get scared. So here's what they did: they separated all the boys and all the girls because they knew they couldn't keep them in the same room when they say words like penis. So there was like one day, and this shows you how old I am, and so they had us like sit there, and like the class, like it was, I don't even know, like it just took everybody out of their fucking class to do this. It was really lame. And so the teacher I just was talking about, he was like, "You boys hear that song about the girl and her humps? You know what that means?" And it was like the most fucking, oh, it was so funny. But oh dear God. But yeah, that teacher was so fucking good because he actually encouraged you to like do shit, and I actually got lucky, and I got him that same year in a class just called poetry. And yeah, see, Bale thinks it's great. Bale was my teacher too. He fucking held my hand with his little hand tentacle things. And it was really fun. Like, I learned a lot of writing skills, I improved a lot, I did a lot. You know, I felt like a better person because of that class. It was really worth it. And I think I got to choose some of my electives, but I chose art and drama. Like, one quarter, and then another quarter I chose drama. And that's why I had, like, extra credits going into high school. It's weird. I don't really know how it worked. They never really explained it. But that's why... Because in drama, obviously, you have to learn things like stage cues and shit like that, but you also have to, like, break down and dissect, like, film, because acting in motion or whatever is easier to just... Like, you look at it and you go, okay, that's how you do it. Like, that's so much easier, right? And I had, like, the fucking best teacher ever. Like, to this day, I still think he was, like, the best teacher ever. Because, you know what's funny? All of you guys subscribe. You wouldn't be subscribed if it wasn't for this teacher, trust me. This guy, like, was the reason I know how to do this shit, like, so fluidly. Because he was such a good teacher. And, like, yeah, we watch, like, film and, like, cinema and shit. This is why I'm, like, it's so fucking aggravated. Like, oh, it's fucking ad-libbed. Like, because I've actually studied this shit, and it's like, yeah, it's not how it works. You're just dumb. Like, it genuinely annoys the ever-loving shit out of me when people say dumb things like that, because I actually have studied it for years. And because of that, I actually got really interested in film analysis, and I think it's probably not going to shock anybody, but the Red Letter Media Star Wars reviews, that was like the fucking... Well, like, that was the catalyst that, like, launched it. And I watched a lot of AVGN, I watched a lot of Nostalgia Critic in the day. I still do, but just not as much as I used to. I haven't watched AVGN in a while. I just don't like the slobs. I think it's pretty... That's all I gotta say. But, like, James Rolfe you know, Doug Walker, Mike, whatever the fuck his name is, and then I got into game analysis more because of channels like Max Darrett. Who else? There was a couple early guys on there, but certainly Max Darrett and other people like, you know, my boy Noah Javey, and yeah, so I took a lot of inspiration from them. I'd even hesitate to go as far as to say Ego Raptor Sequelitis is a good example of how to do analysis on things. It's not the best, but if you want real game analysis, I'd strongly suggest Noah Gervais. He is my favorite. Not my favorite YouTuber ever, but he's pretty fucking high up there. And I took a lot of inspiration from Red Letter Media. Not just in like my humor. My humor's always been this way. But it just, you know, it felt like one-to-one. And I was like, cool. Fucking Bale didn't level me up. What a bitch. Oh, actually, that might be a good bow. Fucking, that's probably Kathan's. I don't care. What's this? That could be good. What is that? What is this? Yeah, it was a fucking solid time, man. I remember, like, that, like, blew my mind that people could be... Oh, that's... What am I thinking? I was like, it's Barb. It's fucking shit gear. It's shit poop butt. But yeah, like, I definitely was inspired by... I didn't just walk up and go, suddenly I'm good at the things. No, I was inspired by other people. I think that's important because a lot of, like... I'm not trying to sound like that guy, but like a lot of people like on the internet are very fucking like, oh yeah, it was totally my idea, yeah, I just did it, yeah, this is that good. Like, they don't fucking have humble butter, or whatever you want to call it, like humble pie. Like, no one fucking just wakes up and is good at shit. Ben Croshaw, or Yahtzee Croshaw, Nasty Yahtzee Croshaw, I should say, is another good example. So, like, oh man. So, because I always say, it's like you can learn a lot from criticism because it points out what you know is correct, and you can learn a lot about what's wrong with something to learn what's correct. And I think that's something that, whenever I'm like critical of things like, you know, modern Marvel movies absolutely obliterating the cinema like landscape, in my opinion. They're just fucking trite, horrible movies. They're just regurgitated shit butt. I'm sorry. I don't care if you like them. It's not like a problem with you. It's a problem with the... It's like a problem with corporate film, you know? It's just, it's so soulless and shit. But there's a part of me that wants people to kind of snap out of it, you know what I mean? And be like, this is actually like really bad. Because I can't remember the first time I ever had someone like do that to me, but I didn't take it personally because I'm a fucking adult and I'm not stupid, you know? But like the first time someone ever like was like, that's not very good. I think it was... Oh, what the fuck was the movie? It might have been one of the Star Wars prequels, and it was before I got into like Red Letter Media and stuff. But I was like, yeah, what that is right. That is kind of shit. And it makes you kind of question things, and the moment that like facade breaks, you kind of go, hold up, you know, like it's really like that kind of moment. Like you can daisy chain those little like connections in your brain. I'm trying to find Isual, by the way. I'm not just fucking around. I'm just trying to find these enemies now so I can do the big boss boys in a little bit. So, you know, that was a really... I'm also trying to get this fucking XP to level up so I don't lose it if I die. It was very like, you know, oh wow, I never really thought of it that way. Because you can say, oh, well, it means your opinion's swayed by others. You should be able to be swayed by others if it's a successfully correct, like, thesis or whatever. You should always hold your own true opinion. Like, it's a jokey example, but I always say Duke Nukem Forever is actually not... I actually kind of like that game. I know. It's so shit that it's fun. Because it's ultimately not that bad. It's bad, but it's not like... It's not the worst shit you can ever play. It's just not good. Like, for an example, I think Postal 2 has bits in it that are actually good. Not like just, I mean like the humor. I mean like, there's little moments in it that are actually kind of like, oh, that's interesting. And then it just kind of fucks off and doesn't do it. Like, it doesn't go all the way. I used to be like, actually that might have been the first one, was Noah Gervais' review of the Postal series. I was like, Yeah, you know what? He's kind of right. It is really shitty. It's not like tasteless. It's like actually genuinely tasteless. But that doesn't mean it's bad. If you enjoy it, it doesn't mean you're a bad person either for liking it. But yeah, like it's like the difference between like Family Guy and South Park. Like Family Guy is just an abortively shit show. Like, well, it used to be pretty good. I mean, it wasn't like perfect, but it was actually a pretty half-decent show. But like South Park, and that's funny because people get so butthurt. Like I'm in that category too. I think serializing South Park was a bad idea. But yeah, it's like, yeah, of course people get like butthurt because South Park had something to say, because there's only so much you can get out of just saying dicks and butt for like an hour at a time every single week. Like that your show doesn't get like credentials, you know what I mean? It's like the Tourette's episode was really good, like because it shows to people that are actually, because I always think like the characters in the show are really good in terms of like how you write like I wouldn't say surrogate, because some of them are, like the kids are mainly surrogates for the creators, but like Randy's a good example of like the everyman, used to be a good example of the everyman that encountered things through the lens of an adult's eyes. They were just like, this is fucking whatever. Like the World of Warcraft episode. Everyone goes fucking crazy about the WoW episode, and I don't think it's that bad of an episode, but it's fucking highly overrated. Like, people just like it because it has WoW in it. And I'm like, there's some little bits, but it's still taking the piss out of it, and that's what's so funny is people like act like, oh, it's so well made, it's so cool. I like how it was made in machinima style. That's one of the reasons I enjoy it. But I'm like, no, it's supposed to be taking the piss out of the people that do that. And like, that's the point. It's like, if you're a kid, it's funny, because you're like, it's just bullshit. If you're an adult going that hard into it, there's something wrong with you, and I like that. That's like the funniest part of that whole episode, that it's really subtle, and it's like, that's what I mean. There's little tiny subtleties in South Park that make it really good. Like, Season 1 was pretty good about that sometimes, like the hunting episode where like, was it Stan kills? Yeah, it's Stan, he kills Scuzzlebutt, and he's like, I don't get it. like he doesn't understand the point of hunting, because he kills something that's endangered, but he doesn't... Yeah, that's funny, that's a little irony kind of moment, right? But like, it's like The Simpsons. The Simpsons used to be actually really good. Like, it had some heart. It had a lot more heart. I think that's the most important thing. If you have heart, it's good, but... That's the thing, is I used to really like The Simpsons a lot, and then I stopped watching it, and I tried watching it again. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this show? And like, it just sort of like trips your brain up, you know what I mean? Like, something's not right here. And that's what I mean. You know, it's like there's learning why. I'm gonna fucking quote Red Letter Media right now, actually. You didn't notice it, but your brain did. It's true, like there's subconscious little things. It's like that's, I think the scene he's talking about for that specifically is when Anakin jumps out the speeder. Why? Why did he do that? That's fucking dumb. Like, and I agree, it's like, yeah, they're fun movies to watch, but they're fucking terrible. Like, they're, even as a kid, I kind of like had like, because I was old enough to remember it. A shale rune! Yeah! I was old enough to actually see it. When I was younger. Like, I was like, oh, cool, a Star Wars, yeah. I didn't think Jar Jar Binks was the worst thing. Actually, I've been rewatching Star Trek Voyager recently, because I fucking hate myself. And, I forgot, like, people hated Neelix. I'm like, I don't think he's a great character, but he's actually a well-written, annoying character. I know that's crazy to somebody, because if you've ever watched it, you're like, oh, what the fuck drugs are you on? So I think Neelix is a good character, in terms of what he does as a character and what he's supposed to be. Granted, I'm only on Season 1 again. I have watched this whole fucking show like 2 times over back in my youth. I don't remember a whole lot, but I always thought Neelix was fine. He's not like Jar Jar Binks level of idiocy. Because Neelix has like surprising depths to him. I think that's what's really fun. I mean, they probably had to, because people probably thought he was just so fucking annoying, and they had to give him some depth. Like, I don't remember the context, because I just watched the scene and I was like, yeah, that's really good. It's a really well-made scene. Look up, like, her name was Paraxis, or whatever it was. Like, Neelix, her name was Paraxis. You could probably just type in Neelix, her name was. You can find the scene I'm talking about. I think he's talking to a Herosian or something, and, like, he suddenly gets fucking deep. He's talking about like how his culture got like obliterated and all this shit, and like he basically found this dying child, and it was fucking like heart-wrenching for him. Because the guy's like, oh, my fucking wife was so mad at me, and like I came back from the war, and then like Neelix just kind of looks at him and is like, oh yeah? And then like, you don't expect that. And I like that. That's a really good moment, because he literally, this is why I say you don't ever try to have pissing contests with people like that in real life too. Because he's like, I am so sorry, there's no way I could apologize to you. And he's like, yeah, you can't. Like, I like that. That's a really fucking awesome scene. And you can, what makes the scene good? Even if you have no knowledge of the show, no knowledge of the characters, it twists. Like, it looks like Neelix is the bad guy when in reality he's not, and the other person's an asshole. It's structured in such a way that it makes it, like, connectable to the audience. I watched a video 2 days ago, I think, of someone trying to, like, make the Liar's Dice scene from Pirates 2 deep, and I'm like, it's not that deep. It's fucking confusing and stupid and paced poorly. It's a terrible fucking scene. And it's not like I'm just being negative to be negative right here. I'm actually being serious. It's a pretty fucking bad scene. So you're telling me, okay, Davy Jones fucking basically see Satan, right? If I'm correct in this whole shit. I haven't watched these movies in a long time, but I've watched the second one because I actually own it on DVD and have watched it like 1,000 times. So you're telling me that Bravey Bones, okay, Bravey Bones with his squid butthole face, you're telling me he's gonna let his crew just wager their servitude by luck of the draw? Really? You're really gonna tell me that he can just let them do that? Do you really think that that's fair? He even says, why should the afterlife be any different? He's like overacting, but it's actually kind of fun. I think he's the only character in that whole film that I actually kind of enjoyed, because it's not shit. He's the only I like him. Like, he's a fun character in a really shit movie. Like, okay, here's another good question. Why is Elizabeth Swann the only woman in the entire world in this film? Why is every man suddenly attracted to Elizabeth Swann? Why is Will Turner somehow considered intelligent? And, okay, you're probably like, so smart guy, how would you fix the scene? I already made a comment on the video, I'm gonna try and remember. So, the scene that I'm talking about, like, if you haven't seen the movie, I'll just explain it real quick. So basically, one of the secondary characters, played by Orlando Bloom, he's like fucking watching these dudes on like the ship, and they're playing Liar's Dice, which is a real board game. It's an ancient like card game. It's kind of like bullshit. Someone at work yesterday talked about it. I was talking about it there too. And so basically, the movie establishes no rules. How the fuck is it played? What the fuck's going on? It's just, and then his dad's like, they're wagering their souls to servitude. And then Will's like, okay, I challenge the captain of a ship. And then, like, Bravey Bones comes down and he's like, I accept. And then, like, yeah. So, basically, I think Will would have actually won, if I remember correctly. I don't remember. It's fucking dumb, because the scene is supposed to be, like, tense, because, like, he's putting his hand... Fucking Isual, really? That's where you're at? Oh my god. So, essentially, Will Turner, Orlando Bloom, Legolas, he basically just wagers, his dad comes in, you have no idea what the fuck's going on, you have no idea who the fuck anybody is, really. They should have had it like his dad was, like, when he first gets on the ship, because he's on, like, the Frying Butchman, and he's like, oh, what are they doing? And his dad just keeps saying, ah, don't worry about it, don't get involved. Like, just don't get involved with anything with the ship. And then, like, Will keeps watching other, like, dudes doing the little Liar's Dice game, right? And they should have had it where he learned the rules loosely, had an idea what they were doing, and then challenged Jones after he noticed that the guy got free because of it. And that would have been a lot better, because you would already know what the rules are, you would know how the stakes can be changed, and you can know that this is a thing that can happen. Still, the servitude thing being obliterated by a pair of dice is kind of shit. But you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things. Like if you had like something establishing why this, that's what I mean. This is why film analysis is so important. And then there's people that hear that and they go, "Fuck you, my dad liked that movie, and you're a cunt for saying it's bad." It's like, well, fuck you. You don't count. Like that's not how it works. I don't care if you like it. There's something wrong with the scene, and I pointed it out. That doesn't mean that I don't enjoy parts of that movie. I like the "I got a jar of dirt" scene because that's the only thing that's good in that movie. I got a jar of dirt, I got a jar of dirt, I got a jar of dirt, and guess what's inside it? It's ad-lib, clearly it's ad-libs. All that movie's ad-lib. You know, the sad truth is probably because the script's so fucking bad, I don't think anybody could take it seriously after a while. Captain! That scene actually makes me cringe. Yeah. Oh god, that... Oh boy, I got a lot of goodies here. I don't know what all this could be. I know breastplate is probably Venom Ward. Probably. But yeah, that, like, just because you like a movie doesn't mean it's bad to have something pointed out. You'll always find tankards, by the way. It's like, oh, just because I said it's a dumb scene doesn't mean you're dumb because you like a scene that's dumb in a dumb movie. Like, what's one of my favorite movies of all time? Yeah, this is Rust Handle, eh? That's pretty bad. Ah, that's so smart. He knows all the items in Diablo 2. He knows what's up. This is probably... I'm pretty confident that's... Oh, fuck that. No, never mind. I'm not going over there. That's a mess. Why have I not leveled up yet? Jesus Christ. Hello. This is Bone Snap, right? Windhammer! Ooh. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that shit. Oh. Twister. Ooh. That's sexy. Too bad I don't have much use of it. That's really good, though. That's fucking rad. God damn, I wish you could dual wield those. That'd be so cool. But no, it's like, why the fuck did they... That movie's just not that good. Like, okay. It's got some funny scenes. Oh, she might be naked. And then the guys look around like, ugh. And that's kind of funny. Alright, that's a funny joke, I guess. I like how they say naked. Makes me laugh. Because Irish accents are funny. Oh, you fucking shining your asshole. Oh, you fucking, all these dildos and stuff. I love Rob Ager, but hearing him say the word dildo is something that my brain just can't process. He's talking about Eyes Wide Shut. All these fucked up things and these dildos and... just... I haven't seen Eyes Wide Shut. I don't really want to. I'm not really a fan of gross sexual stuff, honestly. I'm a pretty sexually repressed human being. Probably is very obvious sometimes. But, I don't want to watch it. I like Kubrick, but he does have an edge factor at times that is a little bit much, even for me. But, no, I think it's important to realize flaws in film, because I can tear apart some of the best movies of all time. It's pretty easy. Let's see, Star Wars. That's an easy one. Star Wars! Now I'm just quoting Red Letter Media. I need you to say it! I love Red Letter Media. They're just fucking great. Everything they've made is... Do I not have warmth? I didn't have warmth this whole time? Well, that's fucking lame, dude. Why did I not have warmth? We're putting the point into warmth. Get up there. Get that goddamn thing up there. Alright. So, it's like, yeah, like... What's a good film? I've never seen Titanic, but I've seen a lot of stuff in it, and I'm like, this doesn't look like a very good movie. I know that's controversial, because I've never seen the full movie. I've seen a lot of stuff from it, and I'm like... it's just kind of melodrama, and I'm not really a fan. P.S. I Love You is one of my favorite films, but the fucking film is terrible at the end. She should have gone with the guy that really liked her. Not hunky guy that looks exactly like husband. God. Fucking whatever. It's like, I don't know. What's a good movie? I don't know. Schindler's List is a great fucking movie. Yes. I like that movie a lot. It's fucking stylistic. It's great. Ravenclaw. And like I think that's a good example. That's like a near flawless film. You can say, oh, it's heavy-handed. Oh wait, it's real. Oops. Well, the movie isn't real, but the actual events were real. That's true. But like, yeah, like that's a fucking banging movie. Like, it is, without a doubt, one of the best movies I've ever watched. And I don't know, it's how you do a serious movie with tiny chunks of humor so you don't feel, like, sick by the end of it. Like, you might still feel sick, but you're not gonna feel like you're just ashamed to be alive after watching it. I kind of laughed, as sad as it is, at the guy getting the gun jam scene. I kind of laughed at that, and I'm like, I don't know if this is supposed to be funny, but I'm gonna laugh at this anyways, because it is kind of funny. But, no, there's a lot of, like, movies, I'm like, its build is flawless, and I watch it, and I'm like, I just don't get it. Like, I've seen, like, all the Pirates of the Caribbean films. I don't know what people see in that. They just like Johnny Depp, and I don't know why. Let's see if I can kill Travancore here. I don't think I'm going to kill many council members, but I want to try, damn it. Oh, look at that, a skill shrine, yes! Oh, fuck, this is going to be great. Oh, I'm going to get so shreked. Oh, yeah, I knew it. No, 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 no. That ain't happening. No. So, you know, let's actually hop over to Mr. Goodbar. I'm going to cut the video here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.